there you are.
Hi everyone. Well, this is the conclusion of our B.A.A.L.L Purposeful Path 6-week course. We know some of you are still working on that and getting through it. No problem, just keep plugging away at your own pace, and we encourage you to do so. We just wanted to give a little recap of what we hope you got from the 6 weeks, or more, 6+ weeks, but from those 6 stages. So, do you want to review real quick?
That would be great.
So week
sort of birdie.
Week 1 was really establishing how we got to where we are, and we did those wonderful maps and really looked at our emotional, physical, and spiritual health over the past year. And we hope that that's something that you'll take away with you and do that on a yearly basis. It really does give you a different perspective rather than saying just, oh, what happened in the past year. So you get a really good idea and move that forward.
And you get to see the ups and downs and celebrate all of the ups and downs. And congratulate yourself on that. And just really rejoice in that, because it's important to celebrate yourself. So that's another good reason to stop and take a look at that year. And not only say, oh, I could have done that better, but holy cow, look what I did in the past year.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and see how all of the forces played together in making you who you are right in that moment. So that was week 1. Week 2 was the bright shiny.
And that's me with those birds, and now I just heard like another one over there, and I think there's a monkey outside. So the bright shinies,
lots
it
of
happens.
distractions. And we know in today's fast-paced world, we're full of distractions. And so in that week, we hope you really identified both things that you may be doing in your daily life, but also people that may be distractions to you, not supporting you in ways that you should be supported. So taking that into consideration, we hope you've begun to incorporate some positive components that are supporting and encouraging your growth. And so they're supportive distractions, we'll call them, or nourishing distractions.
Right, because whoever you surround yourself with, they are distractions. And it can be in a positive way, or it can be in a way that hinders your path. So that is important to take a look at all of those distractions.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we hope maybe you've taken some of the little things out of your life that have been taking you away from your path. So week 3,
bridges. We talk about bridges, a lot about bridges, and it's not just the bridge itself. It's everything that leads up to the bridge, and the anxiety or the excitement. What brings you to that bridge? So those paths that you're taking, what does the ground look like? What does the bridge look like that you're stepping on? Like, what is that bridge getting you to? Is it something that is exciting you? Or is it something that might be a little bit like the unknown, something a little fearful? Something that you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go across that bridge, therefore I don't know what my bridge even looks like right now, because I'm afraid to cross over to that part.
Yeah, so what we hope you took away from that week was really identifying some people that are supporting you, that you know you would take along and help you build that bridge or help you cross that bridge, and also perhaps identify some things that you may need to learn or take on or explore in order for you to lead to that next step or cross that bridge. So we hope you were able to identify some of those components in that week. That was our main goal.
That was a good goal. I like bridges, actually. And I hope you drew your bridge too. Like you took some time to draw your bridge and journal about that a little bit. Week 4, wind. Funny how we're getting to that. The wind just picked up here a little bit. Wind is like, what is blowing you off your path? What is kind of like taking you away from what you're trying to do? What are those forces that you might have to navigate and interact with? Maybe it's just stillness. Is that a time of rejuvenation? What kind of wind is in your life right now?
And as we know in some of the readings too, that wind often represents air. In Native American cultures too, wind is how the universe or God or spirit would speak. And so we hope in that week that you begin to identify some ways or some times when you're best able to connect to that inner wind, that inner wisdom. So understanding the difference between outer wind, maybe there's some outer signs that wind, universe, God is showing you, as well as inner wind. When am I at my best in listening to my inner wind?
Good point.
Thank you.
So then we moved into week 5, which was mountains, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And mountains, we're literally looking at, we explored how you've approached your mountains in the past and taken a little bit of a look as to whether that approach was really helpful and worked for you, or maybe it wasn't always the best way to approach mountains. And moving forward, we hope you take a different look and maybe a different approach at viewing your mountains that lie ahead of you and seeing some different pathways. When we step back and look at our mountain, oftentimes it's just taking that moment to breathe, ask, allow, listen, love, to look at that mountain in a different way. And really, I think Becky brought up some great points in that, in enjoying and seeing the views along the mountain. A lot of times we wait till we're at the vista, to see, at the crest, to see that view and say, wow, look at how amazing this is. But along that path, are we taking time to really appreciate the views and or find new pathways to traverse that mountain? So we hope you got a different perspective in approaching mountains.
And so many times with mountains, the lessons are learned in navigating and going up that mountain. Not so much sitting at the top. That's the reward. The lessons are learned as you're going up that mountain. So are you learning the lessons? Are you tackling the mountains and challenges? Do you need a moment to step back and just assess your mountain? What works for you? So those are all good things to remember.
Absolutely. And lastly was the river. And river, of course, is thinking about flow and getting into our flow.
I've always kind of paralleled myself with rivers. I really enjoy just being in the flow, and I have had many stories. You have to ask me afterwards of when I stepped out of the flow and how I felt. Being in that flow and going with it rather than resisting and getting stuck on a rock here, holding onto a branch there, not even getting near the river because you're afraid of the flow. There are all things that we all face. Getting in that flow and just letting things happen as they will, because you have the tools to handle it whatever comes up. And that is our goal, is to make sure that you have the tools to handle whatever comes up in your life. So, absolutely. Yeah.
So river, I think too, is that culmination of when we use B.A.A.L.L, read, ask, allow, listen, and love, and are truly listening to our inner wisdom and our inner voice, that we can stay in the flow of our life and our purposeful path. And when we do feel like we're grabbing onto a branch or we're getting those signals, it's time to just take a look and see.
What are the bright shining? Or what are is the wind blowing? What is taking me away from staying in the flow? What has me, fear? What does it have? What has me holding on to that branch?
Mm-hmm. What has me paddling upstream instead of turning the boat around?
Exactly. So it's a good way to look at your life. Enjoy your river. Enjoy your flow. That's what it's about, the here, the now, and being in the present.
So we know this is not the most conventional, purposeful path. It's certainly not the Franklin Covey way of finding your purpose, but we hope you take away some tools that give you the sense of being purposeful in your actions and your choices and your decisions in your path, in your own path, and in your own life. Again, not conventional. We certainly pulled nature in a wonderful way, and we hope every time that you're in nature, you're reminded, it gives you a little reflection of you and your path, and we hope that it's giving you some new insights to tap into your inner voice and your inner intuition, which is really what guides us on that purposeful path.
So, enjoy nature. Enjoy your purposeful path. go out there and have fun, and hopefully you can use these tools that we've shared with you, with the breathing, the asking, the allowing, listening, taking that time, and definitely come from a place of love, not fear. Come from a place of love and just spread that around.
So,
All right?
thanks for being a part.
We
hope
enjoyed
you've
doing
enjoyed
this.
it. Yes, we've had a blast doing it as well. And we look forward to you joining us on future play shops.
Play
Did I say
shops,
workshops?
online play shops. We're
Online
not going to
play
work
shops or live events, because it's always more fun live.
Yes.
So take care. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.